Hi everybody, welcome to My Big Tidy Up. My name's Dee Dee. Thanks for tuning in today. Now today, here's what I got on the menu. Today I'm going to be going throughout my home, doing a little bit of everyday cleaning, but I'm also going to be doing some spring cleaning. And while I'm doing all those things, I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips and tricks and ways to survive spring cleaning. Now I know long ago I had this idea in my mind what spring cleaning was. Oh, I threw that out the window a long time ago, and let me tell you, spring cleaning no longer stresses me out, and I hope by the time we get to the end of this video, you will feel the exact same way. So without any further ado, let's get to cleaning, let's talk about these tips, and let's get tidy. Before I get started with my cleaning today, I am going to go ahead, quickly grab all of the St. Patrick's Day decor and put it away, but that's only going to take me a minute. Now, I do have two rooms that I want to focus on today, one of which is my kitchen, but I have no intention of cleaning this kitchen from top to bottom. However, I am going to be cleaning underneath here because, well, it's totally disgusting. And so once I get this done, I do want to go ahead, come over here and work on my dishwasher and give it a deep clean. Now, this dishwasher isn't that old, but I do want to go ahead, take out the filter, scrub it up real good, and run it with baking soda. And then when I'm done with the dishwasher, I do want to hit the garbage disposal, give it a good deep clean. So those are the things I'm going to be working on. Now let's start talking about these tips. Okay, tip number one for spring cleaning is to make your plan. And when I say make your plan, yes, your is in quotation marks. One thing I think we all forget about is that when we're spring cleaning or deep cleaning or just everyday cleaning, is that your home is unique. It's like a fingerprint. It's not like anyone else's. And I used to see, and actually still do see, a lot of those spring cleaning checklists. And those are great, especially if you don't know where to begin. And they can work wonders for some people because some people work really well when they have a list. And I myself am a list person. But just know when you see those spring cleaning checklists or plans, those were created by people that don't live in your home. Every home is different, and every home has different needs. Some folks have high traffic in their homes, some do not. Some have pets, some don't. Some homes have small children, and the needs of small children and the messes in those homes are going to be different than the messes that have teenager type of messes or empty nesters with no children at all. And we just have to remember that also, your environment affects the needs of your home. If you live in a lush green area, it's probably going to be a little different to clean your home than someone who lives in a dry desert type of climate. And I have friends who live near the water and the beach, and sand is a real issue for them, but it's not an issue in my home. And so even here in the kitchen, maybe you cook or bake a lot. You're probably going to have more grease build up than someone that doesn't cook or they dine out a lot. So I'm just giving you some examples because I think we forget, and we think if you're using a list, you've got to get everything on that list because we got to do what everybody else is doing. But that's not true because our homes are not the same. I am going to go ahead and spray this and let it soak for a while and then start the dishwasher and I'll come back to it. And I really wouldn't call this a tip, but just a friendly reminder. I think we, and I say we because I myself do this all the time, we will spray a product on and immediately wipe it, but let it soak for a bit. Sometimes we think a product isn't that good, but it isn't going to be that good if we only leave it on for a nanosecond. That's not a very fair review. This is also your little friendly reminder to remember to check your dishwasher filter. And truthfully, I'm shocked there's junk in here. Now, you guys know I haven't had this dishwasher very long, and I promise you, I wash my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. Really, you could almost probably eat off of them before they go in the dishwasher, but things still get in the filter. I don't know if it's because we have crumbs on our hands when we're loading the dishwasher. Who knows? It could be residue or things from our dishwasher detergent. Truthfully, I don't know how it got here, but it's here. Now, I'm just using this little battery-operated scrubbing brush, but a toothbrush would probably work just as well. Probably even a little better since it would be smaller than this brush and easier to get into the grooves. Well, the filter cleaned up real nice, so now I'm just going to run the dishwasher on a short cycle with a cup of baking soda. Now, you could do this with vinegar, which I have. I think either one works great. I just think maybe the baking soda leaves it smelling just a little bit fresher than the vinegar, but they're both about the same, and they both give you a good result. Now, my next tip for spring cleaning is to establish your personal timetable. And yes, your is in quotation marks again. I promise I won't do it the whole video, but give yourself a finish line. Now, I am someone who says a lot of times, I'm just going in there and I'm not coming out until I get it done. I'm going to knock out this project. And sometimes that works great for a particular project. But if you're doing spring cleaning, well, you could keep finding little things to do from the top of your ceiling to your baseboards. You could find things to do till the cows come home. So for me, it works better if I say, I'm going to commit from this time to this time. So just remember to incorporate your spring cleaning according to your schedule. Maybe you're someone who has 3 hours on Saturdays, and that's what your schedule allows. So you're going to make your list, make your priorities, and accommodate your schedule for those 3 hours. Or maybe you're someone who's busy every weekend. Maybe you just have 15 minutes a day. So your list is going to look a little different because it may take you 2 days to finish one particular task. But that's okay. Spring is a long season. A little here, a little there, and it'll all get done. And here you go, a glimpse at real life. And look at my face. I really didn't think it was that bad. But let's not forget, friends don't judge friends. Okay, now that it's been verified that underneath Dee Dee's microwave and her range hood is a hot mess, I did want to go back to that last tip about setting your own timetable. And another thing to consider is your own health. And I'm talking about physical and mental health. Now, physically, certain aspects of spring cleaning, it can be hard. And I can tell you, as someone who is turning 60 in just a couple of weeks, I probably couldn't do a big 10-hour Saturday spring clean my whole house from top to bottom kind of thing. Whereas if you're 30, that might be something in your wheelhouse. Now, for me, it's not. And then you also have to consider your mental health as well. For some folks, if the task is too big or too daunting, or it takes too long and there's no finish line, it's easier just to mentally check out and not do it at all. So it becomes this thing that looms over you. So it really doesn't matter if you have all the time in the world, but if your mental bandwidth is full, it's just too overwhelming. So if you remember that spring cleaning does not have to be about cleaning your house from top to bottom, and you can pick and choose your areas and your tasks that are most important for your home, it will change how you feel about spring cleaning, I promise. And if you look up the definition of what's the difference between like spring cleaning and regular cleaning, you're going to find something like this that says it's basically the difference. Regular cleaning handles day-to-day messes, while spring cleaning results in a deeper cleaning or cleaning areas that aren't often attended to make a healthier living space. So let's just do that. Let's just tend to the things we haven't tended to for a while. And here is one of those areas. I'm going to give everything a good scrubbing, which is why I wanted to do the disposal last, so that I can clean this little brush head and disinfect it after it goes into the disposal before I use it again. And once I get everything scrubbed up, I'm going to do my ice hack for cleaning a disposal. You just run your disposal first to get anything that might be in there out. Then you're going to add a lot of ice, a few drops of essential oil, and let it run. They say the ice actually helps keep your blades sharp. So once you get that ice in there, you keep the water running, and then prepare yourself to see all the yuck that comes out. And the thing is, I scrubbed the disposal with Dawn Power Wash and the brush and ran the disposal, and yet there was still more junk that came out when I was doing this hack.
gave you breath, yeah, I made you with a smile. And when I made your heart beat, I gave you hope for miles. And you got what you need, yeah, I put it right inside you.
I don't know if I'm the one you want. Should I go, or should I leave this on? Because lately I've been getting this feeling.
Well, the dishwasher is done, and oh my goodness, it looks amazing. The baking soda, it did the trick. There's no more buildup. Now, the last thing I want to do is wipe down the bottom of the dishwasher, but I'll have to do that off camera later on because I'm not going to do it right now because the heating element is too hot, and I was not going to risk putting my hand down there, but it does look awesome, just as it is. My next tip is to set yourself up to succeed. Get what you need before you need it. And by that, I mean have all your supplies ready to go. Now, I knew I'd be doing a lot of vacuuming today, and I hadn't cleaned my filters in quite some time, so I just planned accordingly and made sure they were clean and dry and wouldn't clog up like in the middle of what I was trying to do. And if you've got cleaning tools that need charged, do that ahead of time. And it doesn't matter. If you just clean with water and vinegar only, make sure your spray bottles are filled and ready to go. Make sure your microfiber cloths aren't all dirty sitting in the washer. Just think about what you're going to need and have it with you. And I kind of like to think of it like keeping my train on the tracks. And if you get sidetracked and then you got to go refill your bottle, or you're in the middle of cleaning your grout and realize you're not going to have enough grout cleaner and you've got to go get some, that's a way to get distracted, and then you go off another path. And if you're like me, you'll find something else on your way to go refill something, and you'll end up doing something you hadn't intended on doing in the first place. So my tip is try to keep your train on the tracks and have what you need. Now here in the den, my focus is to give the woodwork around the fireplace a good cleaning and then to clean all of the baseboards. Now the crown molding is already done, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, are there other things I could do in this room? Yes. Are they my priority? No. When I made my plan, I tried to make it realistic. I knew that just moving all of the heavy furniture away from the walls, doing all of the baseboards on my hands and knees would be more than enough. Now, do I particularly enjoy doing all of these things? No, but it does lead me to tip number 4. And tip number 4 is to try to enjoy yourself. Now, I know spring cleaning probably isn't on anyone's top 10 list. It's not on mine. But if you do try to add something you enjoy while you're doing it, it will make the experience more enjoyable. There are different names for it. It can be called contrast pairing or counterbalancing, and it's just when you try to pair a less enjoyable activity with a more enjoyable activity. It's the reason why a lot of people watch TV or listen to music when they're on the treadmill. It just keeps them motivated and keeps the time rolling. And actually, I'm doing it right now. I've got a YouTube video playing, so I encourage you, if spring cleaning is not your jam, that's all right. But just try to pair it with something that you do enjoy, like listening to music or a podcast. Have a video playing in the background. I don't know, maybe you enjoy silence. Put some earplugs in. Clean in your sweatpants or your pajamas, something comfortable that gives you joy. Maybe enjoy your favorite soda or your favorite tea at the same time you're spring cleaning. Give yourself breaks. Every time you finish a task, give yourself a little reward. Once I get this done, then maybe I'm going to go do this for a few minutes. It really will make your experience much more enjoyable. Now, there are many different ways to clean baseboards, and I've done several different techniques. I've even used a mop like the one I used today to clean the fireplace woodwork, and it does a nice job. But today, I just wanted to hit them real good. So today, I'm doing a 3-step method. I'm going to vacuum them, I wipe them with the Pledge multi-purpose cleaner, and then I go over them with a fabric softener sheet. Now you can skip the multi-purpose cleaner and just use the fabric softener sheet and it will clean them up and it does a nice job. And what's so great about the fabric softener sheet, whether you use it by itself or if you use it following the multi-purpose cleaner, once you go over it, it really does protect your woodwork. It's kind of got that anti-static formula in it, so it does repel the dirt and the dust from sticking to your baseboards. It's so nice. It works so well, and it really makes your room smell good when you're done. Tip number 5 that I meant to mention earlier was try to start your spring cleaning with a clean and clear space. Now, I know that makes no sense whatsoever. If your space was clean, well, you wouldn't need to spring clean. But what I mean by that is try to have a lot of your everyday cleaning jobs done before you take on the extra of spring cleaning. For example, you wouldn't want to work hard and be in your kitchen wiping down all of your cabinets from top to bottom and look over and still have 2 sinks full of dishes waiting for you, because then you would start feeling guilty about what you would need to do. And then things like that make us more likely to bail out on the extra things we want to do for spring cleaning. That's one reason why I put up the St. Patrick's Day decor first, so I wouldn't have it in my kitchen when I was trying to do other things. And I also knew I'd be tired by the time I got done with the kitchen and the den, and I wouldn't want to have to do that later. So if you will clear and declutter your spaces, it will make it so much easier when you're trying to move about things, and then you won't have to worry about the things waiting for you when you get done doing the extra of spring cleaning.
Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind, but I will make you forget.
Well, friends, those were my top 5 tips to lessen the stress of spring cleaning. Tip 1, make a plan for spring cleaning for your home and your specific needs. Don't worry what anyone else is doing, and just know that spring cleaning does not mean you have to clean your house from top to bottom. Tip 2, make your own timetable. Clean according to your schedule, your physical and mental health needs. Tip 3, get what you need ready to clean before you need it and try to keep your train on the tracks and not get distracted. Tip 4, counterbalance your cleaning. Try to pair it with things you enjoy doing, giving yourself rewards along the way. And tip 5, try to start with a clean and clear space before you start spring cleaning and have your daily routine items out of the way.
You forget all your sorrows, let go like there's no tomorrow.
Well, Tidy Uppers, that's all for today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it helps you think about spring cleaning in a different way. It doesn't have to be this big monumental task. What you decide to do is great for your home. Don't worry about what your mother's doing, your mother-in-law's doing, your sister, your best friend, your neighbor, your brother, whoever. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare yourself or their checklist or what they're doing or what you're seeing on YouTube to you. Your home is your space and you have different needs than other people, so don't compare. Just do what you can do, because really spring cleaning is all about renewing your home and getting ready for the next season. So if you do that, that's enough. Don't worry about anyone else. I sure do appreciate you being here. Please take care of yourself, and until I see you in the next one, stay tidy.
All your problems will